कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय भगवते वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामनि गौरात्वेषे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, you are all welcome for our Bhakti Shastri study of Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami. Yesterday we discussed the preface in which we have first subject matter Rupanuga. This ISKCON movement is conducted under the supervision of Srila Rupa Goswami. Actually, Prabhupada started this movement. This is Prabhupada's humbleness and sincerity to the disciplic succession. And second theme was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. To give the highest Radha Krishna Prem. And for that, we have to follow the direct disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 6 Goswamis. But without becoming Goswami, we cannot follow Goswami. Therefore, to become Goswami, one has to control the mind and senses. Without the control of mind and senses, it is not possible to advance in Krishna consciousness. And this all depend upon attitude of a practitioner. So the other theme in the preface is attitude. So anybody can say something, what you understood by the word attitude in this preface?
Our attitude should not be of enjoying, but it should be to service towards Krishna.
So, the attitude should be to control mind and senses, which means giving up enjoying mentality, which is foreign to the living entity, but is since time immemorial. And because we have to give up sense enjoyment or enjoying mentality, then we have to have a positive engagement. Otherwise, mind and senses will always trouble us. You cannot artificially stop that. You have to positively engage them, and positively engage them means engage in loving service, which means devotional service of Krishna. And that is actually the theme what the Goswami means. This is the theme, what is the meaning of Goswami. And in the last, why Sri Goswami gave this next instruction for the neophyte devotees to advance in Krishna consciousness, right? So then we started the first verse. The first three verses are more or less about Adav Shraddha. 4, 5, 6 is Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anarth Nivarti Ruchi. And the verse number, so 1, 2, 3 is Adav Shraddha, 4, 5, 6 is from Sadhu Sangha to Ruchi, and basically 7 and 8 is Asakti, and the 9, 10, 11 is Bhav and Prem. So in this way, because this is a process of bhakti, the nectar of instruction is a process of bhakti. And the process of bhakti starts from Shraddha and culminate in Prem. The bhakti, the result of bhakti is Krishna Prem. So these verses are Adav Shraddha of Sadhu Sangha, they are within these verses. So first verse, the theme is to control the mind and senses. The theme of the verse is to control the mind and senses. Because, we divide ultimately, all the activities are done by three things. What are the three things we do the activity? Body, mind and words. So words is Vachovegam. And here the tongue is acting as Karamindri, is speaking. And the mind has two divisions, anger and mind, which is attached to the worldly things. We'll see this. And then the body, which has three parts. Tongue as a knowledge acquiring sense, taste. Then belly and genitals. They are the extension of body. Mind is mind and anger, and tongue is as a working sense is separate. So body, mind and words. And sannyasi usually is given the three rods, which means he has to control body, mind and senses. Or body, mind and words. Body, mind and words. This is what the three rods in the sannyasi's stuff means. They have to control the body, mind and senses. Body, mind and words. So sometime in a jolly mood, sannyasi, you are being awarded this BMW, now enjoy. Body, mind and words is BMW, right? The sannyasi get free BMW facility. So go, move and enjoy. So from preface, there is why it is important follow in the footstep of 6 Goswamis. First question. Why we follow the six Goswami? Because they are direct disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who gave us the highest devotional climax of Radha Krishna Prem in Vrindavan. And six Goswamis have actually given us all the literature and the methods to practice devotional service by controlling mind and senses and acting as a Goswami. So we have to follow in the footsteps of Goswamis, which means to control mind and senses actually. And the next, why we should control mind and senses? Because we have to reach to the highest limit of the bhakti, which is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna Prem. What is the special position of Srila Rupa Goswami? He is the leader of the six Goswamis, and we are called Rupa Noga, because Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari and direct assistant to Lalita and dear friend of Radharani. In this way, his position is very special. What is the significance of Updesha Amrit? It is a devotional code for the devotee to start. What is the significance of Updesha Amrit? In our slide, significance of Updesha Amrit. This is purpose of Srila Rupa Goswami's Updesha Amrit. This is the four things. Right? This is the answer. Describe the step of advancement in spiritual life mentioned in the preface. Step of first one has to control mind and senses, become Goswami, then he has to become pure devotees of the Lord. You know the word exactly, pure devotee of the Lord. So see, one must come to the stage of goodness, and then further progress is revealed, and then he becomes Goswami, and then a pure devotee. So almost the answer is same. All you have to simply understand the words. The answer is same, but only the language is different, just to test your intelligence. Explain the following statement in your own words. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of a follower. So attitude of a follower has to be service oriented, forgetting the love of Radha Krishna. That should be the goal. It should not be the mentality of enjoyment and engaging senses and mind in the sense enjoyment. So attitude is the beginning of a devotional service, switching from enjoying mentality to the service attitude, which means to control mind and senses and positively engage them in the service of Radha and Krishna, following the footsteps of six Goswamis, who are the direct disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Hikli? Gabi? Okay, Hare Krishna. It's okay? So, define the words Goswami according to text 1. Isn't there in the text there's a word Goswami? No. In the text there's no word Goswami. But one who controls the six urges is a Goswami. So Goswami, according to the first verse, is one who controls the six urges. This is the common sense meaning. Then we'll see what is there. So now, who will recite this verse? Anybody is by heart? Yes? Yes? Yeah, we will follow you, okay?
Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam.
Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam.
Jihva vegam udaro pashta vegam.
Jiva vegam udara upasta vegam. एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः
सर्वम् अपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्
सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्. Anybody else can repeat this?
वाचो वेगं मनसः क्रोधवेगं
वाचो वेगं मनसः क्रोधवेगं
वेगम् उदरपस्थवेगं
जीवावेगं उदरपस्थवेगम्
एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः
एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरः
सर्वामपि मां पृथ्वीं सशिष्यात्
सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्. So what is the meaning of udar? Stomach, belly. A word udar in common use, some name of Krishna with the word udar. Dam udar. Dam means rope, udar means belly. So udar means belly. Any common other word you know about udar? Lambodar. The Ganesh is called Lambodar, okay? Sahodar, brother, born from the same belly, Sodar. So, this is Udar Begum. Rest all are, I think, very clear. So now we are going to the concept of Vega. I think yesterday we discussed concept of Vega is a mental agitation and something of the language. Sometimes we want to blur out and sometimes it is in our mind we want to do something. So Veg could be just by speaking or it could be by punching somebody. This is all Veg. Kicking somebody. This, in anger, these are all Vegs. So this is a concept. So what is different between the urge and desire? Because the urges, what is the difference between urge and desire?
Desire can be controlled, urge cannot be suppressed.
Desires can be controlled, urge cannot be controlled.
To a certain extent.
Something urge you can just extend the word, but it becomes urgent.
Urge.
Desire may not be urgent. I want to go to Badrinath, but not now. This is my desire. I want to have a car, I want to have a house. These are desires. But urges are urgent, which don't wait. It means you have to immediately attain them. So this is the urge. So there are some urges which are natural and physiological, hunger, thirst, to answer the call of nature. These urges we have to attend. But the other urges which we should not give in to those urges are these 6 urges. Okay, now we are coming to the 6 urges. I think one urge of the mind is analyzed and classified into 6 urges actually. Ultimately they are within the mind. Where are senses situated?
Parts of the body.
This is the eye. Is this my eye? It is the box of an eye. The original eye is in the mind. The senses are fixed on the mind. They are impression on the mind. This is in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. According to the desires of mind, the senses are given around the mind. Find out the verse in Bhagavad Gita. Oh, it should be 9, 10, something like that verse. Mana. Shrotram chakshurasnam grahanam evacha adhishtayam mannaschayam vishyam upasevate. This is the verse. From one body to other body, the mind checks to the living entity, and then the new senses are given according to is desires, and they are impression on the mind. 15th chapter, which is the verse? You write down?
9.
Which one? 9. Okay, so my guess is okay. So verse number 9 says senses are on the mind. Therefore, all the urges are coming from senses. All the 6 urges are coming from mind, and on mind are the senses, right? Now, this is the purport. So this is division of the purport. Yesterday we have done this. Hare Krishna Prabhu. इसका थोड़ा लाइट, इसका थोड़ा लाइट बड़ा करना. इधर होता तो इधर है.
Increase the brightness. वो थोड़ा expert है MacBook के साथ.
हरे कृष्णा. आपका नाम क्या?
Kitchen.
Okay.
Can you increase the brightness?
इधर लाइट होती तो इधर है. अब ठीक था. ओके, अब सब कुछ ठीक है. ये सब ओके. लाइट ये
हाँ ये भी हाँ
थोड़ा कम, ठीक है. Hare Krishna. Purport. So first 2 paragraph we will start right now, and the theme is atonement. And anybody know what is the meaning of atonement? To neutralize the wrongdoings. If you do something wrong, then how to neutralize that? That's called atonement. So usually in a Vedic literature, the sins are committed. And to neutralize the sins, there are some Vedic rituals that's called atonement. Atonement is a Vedic ritual to neutralize the influence of the sins committed. And why Prabhupada has started the purport with atonement? 2 verses from 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Ajamil. Ajamil has a wig. He was a good Brahman, but somehow he saw the prostitute with some rascal, and his mind was agitated. The urge arised, and he could not control that. So then he did this sinful activity. So Prabhupada started this because this is the way Arjuna even take the most learned and wise men on a wrong path, right? So then we have the next paragraph which we'll discuss 3 to 8 is 6 urges and pacification by bhakti. How these 6 urges can be satisfied by performing bhakti. And then there is a Anuvritti explanation by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada on the same verse. So let us start this. Concept of bhakti and control of mind and senses. Concept of bhakti and control of mind and senses. This is something we have to understand why in devotion we need to control mind and senses. So this is the verse which is called the verse of surrender, definition of surrender, the 6 characteristic of surrender. Anukulyena sankalpaha Pratikulyasya varjanam Rakshasyati vishwaso Bhoktritve varnam tatha Atman आत्मनिक्षेपकारपण्ये षड्विधा शरणागतिः. This verse is in the purport of Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, Sarvadharman Parityaja verse. In our Bhagavad Gita, we have this verse in 18th chapter, Sarvadharman Parityaja. There's a verse, Sarvadharman, everybody knows this verse as soon as they come in Krishna consciousness. Everybody knows this verse, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam. But till date he is not able to come to that standard. It's easy to memorize, very difficult to practice. Only the devotees who are Sarvadharman Parityaja, gopis of Vrindavan, they have given all the customs, rituals, anything they have given up for Krishna. They are actually the example of Sarvadharman Parityaja. Goswamis are the example of Sarvadharman Parityaja. They have given up everything worldly. So this verse is in the Bhagavad Gita. Whenever you want to refer this is there. There are 6 items of Sharanagati. Accepting favorable, anukulya sankalpa. Accepting favorable. Rejecting unfavorable, pratikulya varjana. Confident that Krishna will grant his protection, rakshasti iti vishwaso. And then Krishna's guardianship, goptritve varnam tatha. Krishna is my guardian. This is the most important out of the 6. Atma nikshepa, fully offering oneself. Atma nikshepa. Atma means oneself, nikshepa means offering. And the last is karpanya. And humility are the 6 limbs of surrender. That is bhakti. And next is the verse. Chayvega sahi yukta vairagya ashraye nama aprada sunya aiva nirbhaye. Those who sahi, tolerate, sahi means tolerate, sahi sena, is in the word. Chhay vega, 6 urges. Yukta vairagya, by yukta vairagya. Taking shelter of yukta vairagya. There are 2 types of vairagya you will learn in Nectar of Devotion. Phalgu vairagya or false renunciation and yukta vairagya. 2 types of renunciation. Artificial, like a monkey, or real. So this is called a yukta vairagya. And yukta vairagya means those things which are needed for Krishna, we accept. Those things which are not needed for service for Krishna, we reject. That is yukta vairagya. Those who tolerate these 6 urges in the shelter of proper renunciation, means yukta vairagya, will without fear become free from the offenses to the name, nam aparadha. So these 6 urges has to be controlled if we have to chant holy name. Because nam aparadha say we have to be free from the offenses to the holy name. So in our devotional service, everybody has to control these 6 urges if we want really to chant holy name in a pure state of mind. So chanting of holy name has 3 stages with offenses. Clearing stage, Prabhupada writes, which means nam abhas, and then the pure name. So most of us are at this stage, chanting holy name with offenses. For pure name, we have to control 6 weeks. Is it okay?
I'm not able to understand how, by controlling the 6 urges, then we can become free from Namapara. What is the relation?
You'll see soon. That's what. See, this is the verse from to the name, verse 8. Somewhere by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, somebody. Chai Vega Sai, one who tolerates the 6 urges. I told you yesterday, you cannot completely nip them, in the bud. They are always there. Their aids are like that. You have to learn to tolerate. Yukta Vairagya Ashray, by taking shelter of the proper renunciation. Nama Prada Shunya, then we'll be free from offenses to the holy name. Why? This is the one answer. Why we commit offenses? Because of avidya, ignorance. Ignorance leads to uncontrolled senses. Uncontrolled senses give rise to the desires. Those desires force us to do sin, and the sin leads us to suffering, either on this planet or in the hell. So this is called parampara of suffering. Suffering parampara. This is suffering parampara, and again you will get this in nectar of devotion. This if somebody will show you slide, this is one of the important, why we are suffering? Because of sins. From where sins are coming? From sinful desire. From where sinful desires are coming? Uncontrolled senses. Why they are uncontrolled senses? Because there is ignorance.
Why there is
Because we are fools. Yes, we are not surrendering, therefore we are ignorant. This is, if you want to know the verse, it is a verse in Bhagavad Gita. Ajnanena avartam jnanatena mohyante jantava. He has become animal, jantu, because his knowledge is covered by ignorance. Brahma created ignorance. And also he created avidya and he created vidya. He created both. This is 3rd canto of Bhagavatam. It's next study, you too. So this, starting from ignorance, uncontrolled senses, because uncontrolled desires leads to sins, which leads to suffering. And this suffering in your nectar of devotion is called klesha. 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 Klesh means suffering. This word klesh, somewhere in Bhagavad Gita, is coming in your mind. Klesho adhiktar desam avyakta sakta chetasam. 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So klesh means suffering. And bhakti is a klesha gni. It destroys all suffering. Gni means to destroy. So this is the first characteristic of devotional service in nectar of devotion. Klesha gni. Destroying all suffering. Klesha means suffering, gni means destroying. So now we are here. This is from the purport. So there are 2 verses quoted from 6, 1, 9 and 10. Parikshit Maharaj is saying. These 2 verses are there. And these 2 verses are right there in the purport. In the purport. Can you see the 2 verses in your book?
Yes.
These 2 verses are there. What are these 2 verses saying? People do wrong things, then also do atonement, but again go and do the wrong things. So what is the need of such a what is the what is the importance, need, or the effect of this atonement? It is like an analogy given. It is like elephant bath. Right? So Srila Prabhupada has started his purport. Now you read the first few lines. Parikshit Maharaj placed a number of intelligent questions before Sukadeva Goswami. One of these questions, why do people undergo atonement if they cannot control their senses? The question is to control their senses. Now, for instance, a thief may know perfectly. Now, this whole paragraph has these 4 things. Now, you have read this yesterday?
Yes.
Now, see, these are the 4 things here. 4 type of intelligent people. First is those who learn by hearing. They hear that wrong thing, always gives suffering, so they give it up. The others are those who learn by seeing. When they see somebody is punished for doing something theft, then they say, I don't want to do. The third is those who learn by experience. They do wrong things, they suffer for that, and they say, we should not do it again. Like a child, touched the fire, he knows, I will never go to this again. So this is by learning by experience. Those who don't learn even after experience, these are the committed criminals. All the time go to the jail, again come out and do the same thing. So they are the least intelligent person in Prabhupada's language. The first intelligent is who learn by hearing. That means those who hear scripture will not enjoy 6 urges by hearing. But there are some, they will see somebody doing wrong. And that is, no, I should not do. Well, one devotee in the temple has done like this. And he was thrown out of the temple, so I should not do it. And the third is, he was suffering. He done something wrong, he suffered for that, now he don't want to do it again. But the fourth is repeated wrongdoer. So this is the first paragraph of the purport, okay? And here we have defined the word Goswami, okay? Explain how atonement is ultimately useless in removing sinful reaction. Describe 3 analogies, examples Srila Prabhupada gave in this regard. So these are the real atonement. In real environment involves coming to the real knowledge. Real atonement is coming to the real knowledge. Why? Because everything starts because of the ignorance, avidya, right? Everything started with ignorance. So if you have knowledge, then everything is stopped because you have stopped the root. Right? But this is in our purport from the 6th canto. These are the different ways by which one acquires knowledge. First is by practicing austerity and celibacy, brahmacharya. Okay? Second is controlling the mind. By controlling senses, by giving up one's possession in charity, by being a worldly truthful, by keeping clean, and by practicing yogasana. So these are the, in purport you have these 6 things, right? Now then Prabhupada says, however, if one is fortunate enough, and how will somebody become fortunate? By coming in contact with a devotee. If he is fortunate to come in contact of the association of a pure devotee, if you can write, come in contact with devotee, the sentence is complete. But Prabhupada wrote pure devotee. So the pure is most important than the devotee and association. So without pure you can have a sentence, right? Pure devotee. Pure devotee means actually at least Madhyam Adhikari are about that. At least Madhyam Adhikari. Because most of the verses apply to Madhyam Adhikari. Okay? He can easily surpass all the practices for controlling the mind by mystic yoga process simply by following the regulative principle of Krishna consciousness. What are regulative principles of Krishna consciousness? Right? 4. Why? Commonly, what you call these 4?
4 pillars of religion.
No, right now, what language you use for these 4?
Regulative principles.
Rules or regulation? They are yam. They are not name. We always wrongly say, char name palan karo. It's not 4 names, they are 4 yam. Don'ts. These are not do. Don't. So they are called nishedha. It's not vidhi. It's not, these are don't. They are not do's. So we wrongly, always speak wrongly, char name palan karo. No, these are not char rules. Char regulation. See, it is regulation. The word is regulation. Can you see this?
Yes.
So our language is made such a way that this is what we will do. This don't we say do, this is our mistake because our subconscious mind never accepts this. Therefore we use the wrong terminology in our whole system. Can you see this?
Yes.
What is name? Chant holy name every day. Is name.
Yes.
What is yam? Stop for you to remember what is the meaning of yam and name. If you do something, you will go to Yamraj. That's called yam. Yam means wrong things. You have to go to the Yamraj. And name means right things that will take you to Narayan. Name Narayan, yam Yamraj. You remember like this, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
So these are the 4 regulative principles. You can see here. And by engaging in service of the Supreme Lord under the direction of bona fide spiritual master. So though 4 are don't. Now 1 is do. What? Practice engaging in service of the Supreme Lord under the guidance of bona fide spiritual master. This easy process is being recommended by Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami says, you follow this process by simply associating with devotee and practicing devotional service rather than using the other methods, because in 6th chapter of 6th canto of Bhagavatam, this was the second answer given by Sukadeva Goswami. Control senses, do austerity. Parikshit said everybody cannot have a knowledge. So tell me something which is very easy. Then he said only by chanting holy name, all complete and atonement will be there. No need of anything of this. So what Prabhupada is writing is giving the purport from 6th canto. Is it okay?
Yes.
Now,
here in first premise Prabhupada is using pure devotees and in the further premise he is using bona fide spiritual master. There is difference between two.
pure devotee is the bona fide spiritual master, that's right.
And reverse.
And bona fide master should be pure devotee, both ways, right? But this also means you may come in contact first with some pure devotee who can recommend you to the bona fide spiritual master. It's also, usually it's not that everybody go directly to the spiritual master in ISKCON structure. But in a Vedic structure, you directly go to the Gurukul. So you are directly going to the Guru's ashram and learning from him. That is the concept actually. And that Guru must have controlled the 6 urges. That's a Vedic system, but in ISKCON, we generally come in contact with some devotee. He may be neophyte, he may be Madhyam, but usually Madhyam is hardly you find. So, pure devotee Prabhupada has written, it means it's not easy. It's not that easy. So now, here these are the 3 example analogies. The karma kanda process, which means atonement by ritual. If you do atonement by ritual, then it is like a thief who commit theft, go to the prison, come out and again do the theft. Or it is like bathing of an elephant, right? And third example is confessing of sin in the church on Saturday, starting on Sunday. That's what Prabhupada has given 3 examples. So these are the 3 analogies in our question, right? One more thing Prabhupada has written, which is not in this chart. In this section, one more thing is there, which is for devotees only. Can you find that in your book? One thing is missing. And there is some part of the one verse from Padma Purana about one of the Nam Aparadh. Can you find that? Nam Bale Papa Buddhi. There is also, it's not written here, but it's because it's not Karma Kand. Why it is not in this list? Because it's not a Karma Kand. But this is directly for the devotee Prabhupada's advice. If you chant Hare Krishna and also commit offenses, it is like an elephant bath, right? And in early days, and once I saw in a Bhakti Shastri class, chanting and doing offenses. So there's an example given, you ignite the fire and then put the water on that. This is like igniting fire and putting water on that, right? So there was some cartoon made by some student. He was chanting and watching cricket match. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Ram. Sixer! So he made this picture, and this is common to more than 50% devotees. May not be watching cricket match, but may watching WhatsApp maybe doing something simultaneously. This is very common. So this is what Prabhupada is saying, chanting and also doing offensive, non-attentive. It's an inattentive chanting, right? So this you underline, other are for exam, this is for you personal application. This line is for personal application. The other 3 things are themes. It's preaching, it's theme, but the first one is most important one. Now, Jnanakand, just we have this big list of the 7 things. 7 things, austerity, charity, this come in Jnanakand. Because this make us clean, souchas. And then, it is like the example, analogy for this in 6th canto is, dried bamboo leaves, Venu Gulam. What it means actually is, when the bamboo, they come out, they are thin. What the cultivator do, when the leaf fall, then they just burn all. So everything is burned. You don't see any bamboo. But next year when there's a rainfall, because root is there, the bamboo now will come more strong, big, thick. So in a Jnanakand, superficially you control senses, but the seed is inside like Ajamil. Ajamil was doing all the puja, all the rituals of reading Vedas, but the seed was there like the root of a bamboo. He has burned everything on the top, but when he saw the rain fell of that wrong sin, that root came out and it came out too thick. So this is the example for Gyan Khan. And the liquor bottle. That's the example given by Yudhishthira Maharaj. I am the cause of killing so many living entities in a war. Since you have done a yajna, so it is like cleaning the liquor bottle with the liquor. You have a bottle of liquor, you want to clean it with liquor. So what is the cleaning? Your pot is of liquor, and you want to clean this with the another liquor. So what is the benefit? So this is Gyan Kant. Bhakti, analogy given in a same third canto is sun and fog. Niharam eva bhaskara. Bhaskara means sun, Nihar means fog. You see, November, December in Vrindavan, you can't see anything. It's just fog. As soon as sun comes, there's no trace of fog anywhere. So bhakti completely destroy right from the ignorance to the suffering, whole list. Gyan cannot help us to eradicate the root. So these three processes of atonement, Karamkand, 3 examples, not going to give a permanent result. Gyankant, again there is example, 2 examples, but it's not going to give permanent. Bhakti gives permanent result. Is it clear? Is it okay?
I have a doubt. In this, like the question which Parikshit Maharaj asked, it is said like Karoti Bhuyo Vivasha. Because of Vivash, he's doing again and again. My question is like.
What you are reading, tell me.
The 6.9.
You are reading the verse, yes?
When that the third line it says Karoti Bhuyo.
Karoti Bhuyo Vivasha.
So he's doing helpless condition. So,
Why? Why you are helpless?
Because it became like secondary nature.
Because you are ignorant. Because you are ignorant. You don't have knowledge. That's the problem. So vivasa is because of nature, habit. Our habits are so strong that even we don't want to do it, they force us to do. That's the meaning of vivasa. Now go to the Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter. Can you find a one verse where Arjuna is asking Krishna? Nobody wants to do sin. Who is forcing us to do? And what is the answer given by Krishna? Kamesha Krodesha Rajo Guna Samadova 336. Right? Now, to make you understand this thing, everybody has a different nature. And nature is formed by the influence of 3 modes of material nature. 3 modes of material nature, they make our nature, our subhav, where they exert their action, mode of patience, goodness, ignorance, where they exert their action. Mind, subtle body. Therefore, our nature is from many lifetimes. So, Vivas is like this. One goldsmith, he became devotee as a brahmachari. He was asked to go and beg from somebody's house. So somebody gave him some chapati. He was saying 20 gram only, 20 gram. This was in nature. What can he do? He was just weighing it. And looking, it's not 22 grade, it's 18 grade, there's a mixture. So his mind was set like that. Though he became a devotee, he cannot give up his nature. A thief become a devotee. At night he cannot sleep. So what he used to do is, traveling with all the devotees, take the dhoti of one devotee from one bag, putting in the other bag. He takes the glass of one, put it. In the morning, everybody is fighting. Where's my? He said, "Don't worry, that your thing is there. Who has done? I haven't. Why? Because I am thief. Now I stopped and actually theft. What can I do? But I cannot stop my habit. So this is vivas. This is the meaning of vivas.
Maybe like, since he is reverse, till the time he is doing the Shuddha Naam, till that he will commit the sins again and again.
Huh?
Till the time he.
He will do again and again. That is a problem. Vivasa, bhuya means again and again. So he is a less intelligent person. Like a criminal going in a jail after committing sin and again doing the same thing. So he is ignorant. What can we do?
So then he will not get the offense of the chanting because his the Namno Balan is the seventh offense.
This is not for Karam Kand. Therefore it is not in that list. That is not Karam Kand. That is devotion. That is devotion. There is a difference between the two. From your home, some thief steals something, to whom you will call? Police. Hand over to the police. And your son take away something from your home, to whom you will call? You tell, you beat himself. So when we do aparad and bhakti, we are not sent to Yamraj. Krishna will beat us, make us monkey in Vrindavan. I tell you another story of Vivas.
Yes.
One person used to go to the bar, always having 2 pegs.
You go to the
2 pegs, 2 glasses of wine, touching and drinking.
okay.
After 2-3 months, he had only 1 glass. So bar boy told him, "I'm sorry, I have not to ask, but before you have 2, now you have 1. What happened? Someone died in your house? What?" He said, "No. Before I used to have 1 for my brother and 1 for me. 2. But now I have become devotee. So I have given up, but I am using only my brother's." This is Vivas. We found out the loopholes somewhere to satisfy ourselves, because our nature forces us to do this. Right? Okay. We have a long way to go. What's one purport? Atonement is over. Paragraph, okay, this is we have done already. Where are we? Here. Okay, this here. Now we are to the paragraph number 3 to 8. What about the next session? Okay. Control of speech. So all 6 now. All the 6 urges. What is the wrong way to control? What is the right way to control? That's what is the discussion now. Speech. Uncontrolled speech, negative speech, negative aspect. Like materialistic talk, Mayavad, and it is compared by Srila Prabhupada, cracking of a frog and inviting the snake to eat. So this is called uncontrolled speech or negative. This is the negative aspect of the speech. Neutral. This is Gyanis. This is Yogis. Neutral aspect, which means silence, external process of mauna. Mauna means silence. By the way, if I ask you, mauna means stopping tongue?
Talking words, speech.
Talking,
Not speaking.
Mind.
Go to the Bhagavad Gita, the austerity of mind. There's a maunam. Actually, it's to keep the mind silence is very difficult. In Bhagavad Gita, mauna means controlling mind, keeping, which is not possible. As I said, elephant's ear always moves. leaf of a people tree, banyan tree always move like this. You see every time. And the mind of a person is always like this, pendulum. They all three never still, always moving. Ear of the elephant, leaf of a people tree, which is banyan, ashwatha, which means people actually. It's written sometime banyan, but it's people. And mind of a man. Kanna, manna, panna. You know, kanna, ear,
Correct.
manna, mind, and panna, leaf. They always move. Okay, so silent. Mayavad philosophy. We don't know. Prabhupada says, no, we are not the Mayavadis. We will not stop talking. Positive aspect, controlled speech, positive aspect. Krishna Katha, who performed this devotee, and is a self-controlled speech. So speaking Krishna Katha is only way by devotion to positively engage the Vacho Vekam. Otherwise, it's like materialistic or Mayavad, which is like a frog, or it is like a mon of a Mayavadi or a Jnani, which is also unsuccessful ultimately because mind wanders. There's a verse in Bhagavad Gita. Huh? You remember the verse in Bhagavad Gita? It is in, I think, 5th chapter or 3rd chapter. Outwardly you control the senses, inwardly mind goes on to, it's called mithyachar. You know mithyachari sa uchyate?
3.6.
Which verse?
3.6.
Huh?
Find
Find out. Mithyachar sa uchyate. The verse is within the 4 or 5, maybe 3rd or 5th chapter. Find out.
3.6.
3rd chapter? 3.6? So 3.6 says, what is the, read the translation of 3.6.
One who restrains the senses,
One who restrains the senses
actions, but
and
whose mind dwell on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called pretender.
pretender. So these monis are pretenders. What they do actually, practically. The disciple will sit at the gate. We want to see Maharaj. Monvrat, he don't talk. But you wait. Then he goes inside and the Swami will write on a pen and paper, ask him to bring 2 kilogram mangoes, 2 kilogram milk and sugar. Then he says, Mohan Vart, but you have to bring all these. So he wants to speak, but he'll write.
Right.
So mind is working. That's what it is. Unsuccessful. This is what they do. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so his speech part is over. But Bhakti Siddhanta will say speech part also include literature. All this nonsense literature is also Vachovekam. This will read in other commentary. Okay, now coming to the next, control of the mind. 2 aspects. Maya, darkness. Mind in ignorance is darkness. Then what he will think? Material thought. Or other aspect is vacuum. I want to empty my mind. Or else, what thoughts in the mind? Material thoughts. Uncontrolled mind. So you cannot tame the mind by making it vacuum. Say, empty mind is devil's workshop. That is a vacuum. Or material thoughts, which means only thinking of how to get things. On the other side, Krishna is like a sun. So Prabhupada actually, for mind, he has used a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna hai Surya Saman, Maya hai Andhakar. Jahan Krishna, tahan Maya nahi adhikar. Adhikar means Maya has no authority. Adhikar means authority. To come where there is a Krishna. So if you keep Krishna in your mind, then Maya will never ever disturb you. So Krishna's son control mind. It means now in nectar of devotion you will be given the only one rule for practicing bhakti. Somehow or other, focus your mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. Only lotus feet of Krishna. There's only the another verse is also in nectar of devotion, you will know. Always remember Krishna. It's a rule. Never forget Krishna as a regulation. And all the other rules and regulations are servant of this rule. This is nectar of devotion. You will be again doing this, and therefore here Krishna's son means, actually Krishna's son means knowledge. Knowledge means knowledge of Krishna. And knowledge of Krishna means engaging in service of Krishna. Therefore, Maya will never touch, which is like ignorance. So darkness means ignorance actually. And Krishna's son means knowledge, like Krishna's knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If you have that knowledge, then you will never come under the influence of illusion. Is it okay? How to control mind?
Prabhuji,
Remember the analogy of sun and Maya, darkness. What?
Prabhuji, in general, in our daily life, how we can understand this? Like suppose sun is there, darkness will not be there. But while chanting, we also chant and simultaneously so much thoughts also goes. The both exist here while chanting, but Krishna is saying that
When we are chanting, so many things are going in mind. That is correct. That is correct. We are not on that stage that when we chant holy name of Krishna, we are not thinking of Krishna. We are not conscious of Krishna. We are just mechanically chanting actually. Otherwise, the perfection of chanting is Nayanam Galadashrudharaya Vadanam Kadagadarudaya. When you are chanting, your tears roll on the cheeks, here in sternum. Ends. Is it happening when we are chanting? No. We are not on that stage. That we will come to the verse number 6 or 7. We have a disease of jaundice because of ignorance, and holy name is like a sugar cane. So only we have with adarat anudinam. Adarat means with respect. Anudinam means every day. If we continue chanting, then the disease will disappear from the root. This will come in the next coming verses. So mind is over, vacho is over, okay? So mind, when it comes, remember sun and darkness. If you forget this, your answer will be wrong. Because Srila Prabhupada has given this analogy here.
Question 14.
Which urge is most important to control? A. According to you, personal application. B. According to the purport. So, according to purport, anyway, you have read the purport. What is your idea?
Tongue.
Sarira avidya jala jadandriya to call tongue.
Tongue.
You control tongue, all the three in the midline will be controlled. According to you, you tell what you think,
Mind.
which is not possible. Therefore, your choice is wrong. Because there are three things to control: the senses, mind, intelligence. Because the thief is living there as a lust, calm. So you have to start from where? Bhagavad Gita says you start from Adav Indriya Sanyam. First control the senses which are in your hand.
Speech.
Mind is not under your control, but your tongue is under your control. Your leg is under your control. Come to the temple rather than going to the restaurant. So start with the senses. Practical application, start with the senses. If you really want to advance. To save mind, you will not control maybe in one life. So don't be falsely hopeful. Yeah, it's not easy to control mind. But to control tongue, you start, I will only eat prasad. This you can do if you are bold enough. Which no 90% will not be able to follow even. Right? Oh, this is Haldiram is all vegetarian, no onion, garlic. I know, we will have so many ideas, right? So, tongue. Only for the devotees, start with tongue, everything will be all right. Okay?
Sometimes we feel like in name also Ram is there.
Huh?
In Haldiram, Ram is there.
Oh, there's a Ram there, let's go there. But there will be haldi on you if you are brahmachari, they put haldi, then you are ruined. Don't only see Ram, also see haldi. You don't relish this haldi. When somebody is going to marry, they put the turmeric, that's called haldi. So if brahmachari go to Haldiram, then they are ruined.
She doesn't know what is Haldiram.
Haldiram is
That's why she's
Tell.
confused.
Okay, mine is over. Urge to control anger. We are in the third urge. Urge to control anger. Controlling anger. Become angry with those who blaspheme the Lord and the devotees of the Lord. It means positively engage the anger. And 3 examples given in our book. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu become angry at Jagai and Madhai. Hanuman burned Lanka and Krishna made Arjuna angry to fight. So anger can be positively used. But otherwise anger will burn you before it burns anybody else. You are angry on somebody else. Burn the anger before it burns you. This is one book somebody has written. Burn the anger before it burns you. There's one story about the anger in Mahabharata. Anybody know? Krishna, Balaram and Satyaki. They were in a dense forest. And there were so many demons there. So they decided everybody will watch and wake for 2 hours to guard others. So Satyaki said, I will do first. And somebody came, demon, he said, okay, you just allow me to eat them, I will spare you. Satyaki said, how can you do this? No. And then they were fighting for 2 hours. Ultimately, Satyaki was tired and demon was not killed. Satyaki was too tired. He said, Balaram, it's your time, it's your time. So Balaram got up, again that demon came. I will spare you, I will eat these too. He said, no, you cannot do this. You know, who am I? They were fighting for 2 hours. Demon was not killed. There's a turn for Krishna to come. Demon came. He said, I spare you and eating. Hey, Krishna was laughing. You will eat them? I cannot think you can do this. You are useless. You are coward. You cannot do this. I know you. So demon was becoming small. And then Krishna put the demon in a piece of cloth, and then it was the time to wake everybody up. Everybody was saying, oh, big demon came last time, I fought for 2 hours. He was asking me to eat you, I saved you. And Krishna, did demon come to you? Krishna says, this demon? Yes. Krishna says, this is anger. If you become angry with anger, it only increases. If you laugh, anger becomes small. With angry person, you become angry, then it only increase like putting a fuel in the fire. But if you just relax and laugh, the angry person will become cooled down automatically. Or else you show the mirror to the angry person. When he sees his face, he cannot remain angry because his face is so ugly in anger. Yeah, he cannot remain angry. Okay, so this is positive use of anger. And then I have one question Prabhupada has raised in this part of the purport. Mahaprabhu says, Tiranatha Pisunicena. But why he was ready to kill the Jagai and Madhai? What is the answer?
We have, we
Because
can,
he is attempting to maintain.
anger should be controlled for ourselves. It is something happening to us.
If somebody say bad things to us, we should tolerate. But if he is actually blaspheming Lord or his devotees, then we cannot keep quiet. Okay? I can not tell you many stories, otherwise we'll not be able to finish the purport. There's a story, huh?
One, Prabhuji, one.
No, first verse we have 2 days.
Sorry?
Tomorrow is first verse. We have 2 days.
But we have still not completed a couple of pages.
One still.
The two soldiers were fighting of the two armies. One killed one another. One soldier got the enemy down, and he has a dagger in his hand and is about to kill him, pierce his heart. The soldier below, he spit poo in his face. Then he did not kill him. He got up. He left him. He also stood up. He said, "Why did you not kill me?" He said, "You are my enemy. I have to kill you. But when you spit on my face, I become personally angry on you. At that time, if I have to kill you, I would have been implicated in my anger. But now I will again fight with you and kill you. But that time, I have become personally angry to you. That I should not have been. I can fight with you as an enemy, but not as my enemy of my country. So this is the way to say, if somebody say bad to you, don't worry. Tolerate it. That is Taranatha Visunishara. Vishnujan Swami was a sannyasi and a sober man. But somebody was doing something, saying something wrong for the Radha Damodar deities. He was so furious, he wanted to kill that person, and devotees stopped him. He said, how can he actually say something like this for the Lord, Radha and Krishna? No. So he became really furious like anything. So you cannot tolerate this, anything done to the deity. So this is anger. Now we are going to the urges of the tongue and belly. Controlling of the tongue and belly only by Krishna Prasad. Oh, Krishna Prasad. I think there may be some drama you can do on this 6 urges and how is the right way to do this and how a wrong way to do this.
Not good at acting.
Huh?
Yes, we
Just
can.
plan something for tomorrow, last 15 minutes, something about these urges, compromise and wrong way to do it and right way to do it. Maybe you decide among yourself why some urges, yeah, during lunchtime. Okay, so tongue and belly can be controlled by Krishna Prasad, but there is something here about Prasad. Oh, we will discuss it later. Urges of the genital, controlling genital by begetting Krishna conscious children. Dharma Vrdo Kamo Asmi Bhardrashabha, Bhagavad Gita. That lust which is according to the principle of religion, means in marriage, to beget Krishna conscious children, that use of genital is permitted. Otherwise it is illicit. So there's a little more by Anuvarti. We have reached to the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj's commentary. Anuvarti. Bhaktivinoda Thakur told him to write a commentary. And he reached to 8th or 9th verse. By that time Bhaktivinoda Thakur left So then he completed the list. I read many years back, I'm not exactly which verse, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur asked him to write a commentary. So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj has divided these 6 urges into 3, as we discussed earlier. Urges to speak means Gyanendri tongue. Urges of the mind, which are of 2 types. Urge of the mind and urge of the anger is under mind. And the demands of the body are 3: tongue for eating, demand of the belly, and demand of the genital. So he has divided body, mind, and words. So in the mind we have 2: anger and mind, and belly we have 3: tongue, belly, and genital, right? Is it okay? Now, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says, urges to speak. So we are again saying Vacho Vegam. This is Vacho Vegam. You say urge to speak, 2 things: talking and literature. So now we get even more thing. Any mundane literature is also Vacho Vegam. Either you produce or you read. Either you write or read. Mundane literature is Vacho Vegam. It is the urges of the tongue. Now, these are 2 types: useless, nonsensical talks. Materialistic people, karmakandis, and mayavadis. Materialistic people means just simply materialistic people. Karmakandi means ritualistic, Vedic people, but only interested in sense enjoyment on this planet or on the heaven. And Mayavadi means impersonalist, simply having a goal of merging in the Brahman. They are Krishna Aparadhi. So their talks are like a croaking of a frog, Prabhupada said. Okay? Now, the Krishna Katha is a positive use of tongue. Proper control of urge to speech is to speak Krishna Katha. So now there's a more, right, control of mind. Control of mind, he has, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami is divided into 2. Avirodha Priti. He used the Sanskrit word Avirodha Priti. Priti means attachment. Avirodha means unwanted. Uncontrolled attachment. To what? Unrestricted attachment. To adherence to the philosophy of Mayavad. Belief in fruitive result of the karma kand. I can tell you 2 more words which will be useful for you in nectar of devotion. These 2 things, what the other name you will tell for this? Belief in fruitive result of the karma vadis means karmis, right?
Karmis.
And adherence to the philosophy of Mayavad means Gyanis, right? Now, the karmis, what they want? Enjoyment. So they are called bhukti. What is they called? And the Mayavadi, they want to merge in the Brahman, what they want? Bhukti, mukti. So these 2 are bhukti and mukti. Because these words, if it is now in your mind, in nectar of devotion, these words will again come. Then you will know what it means. So the mind, if it attached to bhukti and mukti, then it is avarodha priti. Is it okay? Then virodha yukta krodha. This is another function of mind. Another function of mind, virodha yukta krodha. That anger arising from frustration, virodha, upset. Angry because he is upset. Belief in the plans based on materialistic desires. All plan flop, person frustrated. So this is anger. So mind has 2 parts, anger and mind. So mind, uncontrolled mind is avirodha priti and virodha yukta krodh. This is mind. Huh?
Some example for this Virodh Yukta Krodh. Some example.
I have a plan here to build a wall, and you don't allow me, then I become angry on you. So I have some plan which somebody will object, and then I become angry for that. If your desires are frustrated, you become angry. So how anger is coming? So the anger is a younger brother of desire.
These are.
Calm, Krodh. Calm means desire. Krodh means anger. When the desire is frustrated, that's anger. So there's a word, another word for Krodh, to increase in your vocabulary. Kamanuj. Kam Anuj, younger brother of lust. Younger brother of lust is anger. Kamanuj. And younger brother is Ram is Ramanuj, Lakshman. So, calm is in mode of patience. Krodh is in mode of ignorance. It's in mode of ignorance. Krodh is grass, you can see in the face, eyes. But calm is subtle, you cannot see calm. Calm is subtle, you cannot see. Krodh is very grass, you can notice somebody is angry. Okay. Demands of the body. Demands of the body, urges of the tongue, urges of the belly, urges of the genitals. And controlled by eating prasad. One answer. Controlled by eating prasad. Now, 6 kind of rasas by which Maya Devi control the urges of the tongue. This is our book, the commentary of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. 6 rasas means taste. 6 tastes that Maya Devi means material nature. Control the urges of the tongue. It means they call the tongue to be involved in that. Tamasic food, which means food in the mode of ignorance, like meat, fish, egg, etc. Food in the mode of patience, chili and tamarind, something like too spicy food. Food in mode of goodness, spinach, milk, it means the vegetables and milk products, fruits. Use of pan, which means betel nuts. Haritaki is some mouth freshener, and betel nuts, which is in a betel nut, okay. Receiving, this is, up till this is wrong for other people, because devotee don't do this. Now this number 5 is devotee. Receiving palatable food as a rich man's house. What it means is, sometime in Western countries, Srila Prabhupada was invited by some rich aristocrat family. And the devotees used to fast from the morning breakfast. Then by evening we'll have a big feast. Because they have paneer sabzi, there will be so they were just counting on that. This is Maya Devi. This is ignorance. Attracted by tasty food, and also taking food only for the taste of tongue, even if it is a prasad, you are simply eating just for the taste of tongue, then it is also wrong. Honoring prasad is most powerful for bhakti, but just eating prasad for taste, this was also very common early days. In one young candidate, he wanted to take sannyas. But why you want to take sannyas? I will get Mahaprasad plate in the temple. This was his answer. There are 2 young boys on this early days. Because even if sannyasi used to come to temple, he has a right to ask for Mahaprasad plate. So But somehow, sometime, most of them took it, but then they could not digest. Krishna can digest Rajbhog, not ordinary person every day. So this is also a urge of the tongue, even honoring Mahaprasad just for the taste of tongue. Krishna is the enjoyer, he can taste. We can only honor Prasad. And it's a story I'll not tell you. Huh?
Spinach and milk was there in the list.
Spiritual?
Spinach and milk.
Spinach means just vegetable, because he had written something which means green vegetables, fruits, everything is a mode of goodness. Control of the tongue again for eating. Eating for the satisfaction.
Story.
Story
Kahani
is
koi
Rosie,
kissa.
that you have one story that
Eating of this for the satisfaction of the tongue's demand, veg or non-veg to be given up. Only for accepting Krishna Prasad, only by accepting Krishna Prasad we can control the tongue. Accept Prasad only because it is palatable taste. Eating too much is also not to be given up. Only urges of the tongue can be controlled by honoring Prasad. And then in our book, there's a whole mantra which we chant before eating. Sarira Avidya Jal is there. But have you, without seeing in the purport, can somebody tell me? Sarira Avidya Jal Jadindriya Tohikal Jive Pele Vise Sagare Tani Madhya Jivati Lobhamaya Sadravati Take. What is the meaning?
Very tough.
Huh?
It's very tough to keep the tongue.
Kathin is the word is kathin.
Difficult.
It is very difficult to control tongue. His word is kathin. And we say khatina means eat. We use it, we pronounce it completely, not with a proper understanding. Once there was a feast and I asked if anybody can tell the meaning of Mahaprasad Govinda, then he's allowed to go in. How many do you think will come in? They can chant this, but most of them don't know the meaning. Right? Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnav Solpanam Padmaraja Vishwa Sonavai Hari Bol. What is the meaning of this? Huh? So, this is something about control of tongue. Urges of the belly. Urges of the belly, eating more than necessary. Ati ahar. Observing fasting on a special day is to control tongue. Restrain the demands of the belly. It's easy to fast on Ekadashi and Janmashtami. That way we can control the demands of the belly. And urges of the genitals. Illicit sex forbidden. Only for the satisfaction of the lust. And then this lust is subtle, thinking, planning, talking. Then it is gross, actually having, satisfying the desires by artificial means. This is all illicit. On the other hand, licit or illegal, recommended, begetting nice children after marrying, genitals can be controlled. So this is actually for brahmacharis and sannyasis. Actually, this calm or sex have these 5, 3 subtle and 2 gross, and one should control this. Okay. Our first verse is over. Tomorrow we have drama. We are drama. So, you have read this? You have really read this?
Yes.
Have we covered everything? Is something left?
I want to ask one thing.
Yeah. Anything left? Do you think in purport anything is left? Tadvag Visargo. The literature, there is a commentary on literature by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. That literature which is useless, we should not use. The literature which may not be poetically good but having a Krishna, that is good. So this is about the literature. So there's a detail of literature which we should use and which we should not use. Okay? What else?
One incident of Chota Haridas is there mentioned.
Huh?
Incident of Chota
Oh,
Haridas.
that is about the urges of the genitals. Okay. Sarira Vidyajal, we have this, and then Chota Haridas is after this or before this? Jivera lalsa yehi iti uti dhai, Sishnodra prane, Krishna nahi pai. These are the some verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita. That Jivha lalsa only for eating, running from here and there. You will find every day so many people going and so many free food counters, not for eating, to get some dakshina. Iti uti dhai means sometime go here, sometime go there. Sishana udar, Sishana udar. Udar means belly and Sishana means genitals. Is stomach and genitals. Prayana Krishna nahi pai. If he only has two desires, he will never get Krishna. And then, bhalo na pehribo, bhalo na khaibo, this is don't have more attractive dress and don't eat too palatable food. Why? Because then people will be attracted to you. And then you will not be attracted to Krishna. You have to satisfy the people then. If you have nice dress. Vairagi bhai gramya katha na sunebe kane. So this is the bhajan by Jagananand Pandit, in which there is this swapane na kare bhai shri istri sambhashan. This is and we have given a list of these things which are in this verse. Yadi chahe pranya rakhite goranga sane, Chota Haridas katha tha ke ye na mane. So the Chota Haridas katha, you know, he just went for somebody and it looked lustily and Mahaprabhu has abandoned him. Therefore, remember that. So this is something, I think Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj he was having a Gaudiya, but in his ashram there was only brahmachari and sannyasi. But Srila Prabhupada is a society where there is also grastas and so many others. So this purport is only focused for the brahmacharis and sannyasis. But Prabhupada's purport is more like general devotees. There is a little difference, a very subtle difference. Okay, what else? Matir na Krishna Partavo. So this is something Prahlad Maharaj also. This is Godas and Goswami. The first question, what is Godas and what is Goswami? This is a concept. This concept is there, okay? So I think almost we have finished this, right? Okay, tomorrow we will go to the next verse. Before we go to the next verse, what do you think? Shall we? Hare Krishna, Sanskrit. Almost we have covered everything. What do you think? कैसे आता है? So let us relish this verse and then go for prasad. Okay?
There is one,
Huh?
one doubt.
What is the doubt?
Well, there is one question from last year's question bank. What is Rupa Goswami's intent in writing this shloka text 1 at the beginning of Updesham? Intent of Rupa Goswami.
These four same things.
Say urges.
Same four things. Not urges. For the first one,
First shloka.
what is the question?
What is the intent of Srila Rupa Goswami in writing this shloka at the beginning of Updeshamrita? This shloka, text 1.
The text one is a guru principle. Without a spiritual master, how can you advance in spiritual life? So this is your faith in a right person. You start your bhakti with faith, and for faith you have to go to the right person, the person who controls all these senses. To control and mind and senses is the beginning for a devotional service. So this is that. So here what we have more. Which art is most important to control tongue, right? Which is for you personal. Explain the danger of engaging in a nonsense talk. Give an analogy. Cropping like a frog, mayavad, materialistic, karmakand, whatever you want to say. Explain how the urges to speak can be utilized and what is the benefit of it.
Krishna.
Urge of speak is to speak Krishna Katha. Okay? And then can be utilized and what is the benefit of that?
Make spiritual advancement.
We make a spiritual advancement, yes, we will control the urge of the tongue and also Krishna Katha. Our mind will be focused on Krishna, so it will also help in many ways to advance in Krishna Katha. Tongue, chanting Hare Krishna, hearing Hare Krishna, this is all is a beginning. It's being Krishna Katha and chanting, everything is Vachobekam. Not indulging in the wrong literature, reading right literature is also that's also part of it. So you put things together. Explain the two divisions of the agitation of mind.
One anger side and one is not.
Avaroha, Priti and Krodha Yukta. This is what?
Krodha.
Yes. Explain the two divisions of the agitation of mind. What is the best way of controlling the mind? Give an analogy.
Sun, Maya.
Sun and
Maya.
darkness. And the two anger, the two part of the mind are anger and control of mind. There is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's commentary. You can put Prabhupada has written anger and mind together. Right? Mind and anger together, Prabhupada.
Yes.
Yeah. So how to control that, sun and? Are they together there? No, they are Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Right. Explain the best way of utilizing one's anger. Example of this given by Srila Prabhupada. Hanuman, Chaitanya, Prabhu, Arjun. Okay. Explain the interdependence of the tongue, belly and genital. How can the urges born from these are controlled? Very simple. There in one line you start with tongue. If you eat less, the belly will be satisfied, genital will be useless, and you chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Fast. Anyway, I think this question you all can answer, no problem, right? Thank you very much. Get out. For Prasad. Any question? No question, no comment? Some questions for tomorrow. Write down that you should not forget tomorrow. Okay?